Hello, and hope everything is going well for you guys out there. This will be my first video uploading it to YouTube, and so I hope you enjoy this video and that you get something from it, right? So today I'm going to be trying to do a self lab on myself on using Azures, creating a virtual machine, which I already created, and making that virtual machine into a domain controller. Now I already set up an Active Directory on this one, and I have all the users set in here as well. So what I'm going to be doing is setting up a certificate authority, or a system within the domain controller, which is going to be able to apply certificate authority to all my users, in which what CA is used for is for authorization within the CIA triad, which pretty much is gonna verify the user's account with a certificate of authentication. All right, so I'm gonna get started. Okay, so I'm going to be using ChatGPT to help me run this lab. I highly suggest using GPT to help conduct labs if you are trying to prove your skills, or if you need help trying to prove your skills within this IT industry. ChatGPT is a great resource, and there is a free subscription for it. So we got to install the Active Directory CS role. So I'm going to log into my domain controller right here. It tells the domain controller because we have the server manager. When we open the server manager, we're going to go to add roles and features. So right here. Next, we're going to go to role based. Before you begin the wizard, skip this page by default. Role based. Configure a single server by adding roles and servers. Select your DC. Okay, and select your DC. Active Directory Certificate Service. Install Active Directory Certificate Service. So let's say add features that are required for the following tools are required to manage this feature, but do not have to be installed on the same server. Remote server administration tools, role administration tools, Active Directory certificate service tools. We're on number 1. I'm just gonna go ahead and use ChatGPT to make sure I should have these features, because that would be the only smart thing. When adding ADCS role, I am prompted to install remote server admin tools. Should probably store it out. Just add chat real quick. Yes, that's normal. You're seeing that because remote server administration tools include management console. You need to configure and run Active Directory certificate services like cert for a console. When you add ADC role, Windows automatically prompts you to install those RSAT tools related to the certificate services. You should accept it and let it install. Okay, so we're gonna add features. I'll go back to the top. Sorry for the silence. Just try to make sure I'm doing everything right here. Certificate services. I don't know what this is. Certificate Authority Web Enrollment. Let's just ask ChatGPT. That's the reason I'm really running this lab. Is just, I mean, like, I'm not gonna be an expert after one time, but I just want to know because, like, I feel like certificates are very important within today because you can have a bad user who could be actually like, kind of like he can spoof his IP address to make it seem like he's within your work group, and then you know what I'm saying, like, so this is why certificate is good because he won't have that certificate authority, so he won't be able to interact with other users on your domain because it would be seen as fraud, or not fraud, but you know, the certificate wouldn't be valid. Unless there's a way around that, then I mean, shoot, I mean, I'm just starting, so. Oh my gosh. Oh shit, we're not gonna check that. So what certificate authority web enrollment is a website where users can manually request or renew certificates through their browser. In this lab, okay, so we're not gonna check that. I don't know why it told me, he said for later reasons to check it, so I was just gonna say, hey, let's just do it now. You know what I mean? Let's just check it now. But we're not gonna check it. Jeez Louise, it takes forever. Okay. Install. You gotta configure certificate authority, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click on this. Because this seems like, yeah. It is. Here we go. So for role, certification authority only, credentials, yeah. So to install the phone, role service, you must belong to the local administration group. Standalone certificate authority, certification authority web enrollment. Okay. Install the following role service, you must belong to enterprise. Okay, so pretty much this page, I think, is just asking me to, it's verifying that I'm an admin setting up the CA, because I guess if you're a user, you wouldn't be able to set this up. Okay. Select role service to configure. Set up type enterprise. Okay, certificate only. Okay, so next, enterprise CA. So we're going to connect enterprise CA. Specify the setup of the type of CA. Enterprise certification authorities can use Active Directory domain services to simplify the management of certificates. Download CAs do not use. Okay. Do not use ADS to issue manage. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think this one is more like for wireless access. Sorry, wireless access network, and then this one should be for LAN. So I feel like this one would be pretty cool. Standard CA, because I like that standard CA because you don't need no internet, so it's like not acoustic, but it's like more, sounds like it's more analog, and I feel like analog is the past, it's the way of the future, in my opinion, especially with quantum computing coming, right? When you install Active Directory Certificate Services, ADCS, you are creating extending public key infrastructure, PKI. This is what we're trying to get into. PKI, very important. Private key infrastructure. CA is at the top of the PKI hierarchy and issues its own self-signed certificate. A subordinate CA receives a certificate from the CA above the PA. So we're going to use root CA. I don't know what subordinate CA is. Alright, private key, create a new private key. Thank you, God, is what I've been waiting for my whole life, to create a private key. Right, get a new private key, so we hit next. Now, cryptography defaults are fine as RSA 2048 or higher. So, right here, 2048. Okay, so it's the RSA. Now, do we want to use SHA 256, 357, 35384, or the OG one, number 1, or we want to use MD5? We'll see. Validation period. I think this should be good. Allow administration interaction when key is accessed by the CA. It's not telling me to click that, so I'm just gonna hit next. CA name, my domain, right, PC1, and open a notepad because I don't know if I'm going to need to know this name for later. And I want to make sure I remember how it's typed, because sometimes it just be like that. Okay. Distinguished DC equals. Okay, I think I should be straight. Did that. Next, validity period 5 years, typical. Confirm and finish. So that means just hit next. Configure. Confirm and finish. I think that makes perfect sense. Results, perfect. I'll close that. This is pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Getting goosebumps. Publish certificate templates. Open certificate authority console. Okay, so I'm just gonna close this. Is this it? Fiddle around with this real quick. I just want to know if I can get back in there where I was just at. Is that crazy? Let's see if I could do it again. Like if I needed to make changes or anything like that. Oh snap! Jeez. I think I could put the right click. No, no. I don't know. Okay, so we'll get better at this. So I think I need to, I think it's Control R, or maybe Windows R. Oh God. It opened it from my main desktop. This is the problem running virtual machines. They won't, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just horrible, right? Let me just do that. Cert. So you want to get to the run, cert, which is window R, but like I said, I can't get it to work on my freaking thing. .msc, cert, okay. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's go, right? Okay, expand your CA certificate template, then right click manage. Right click manage. It says expand your CA certificate. Okay. Expand it. It says right click manage, but I don't see request properties. Certificate managers. That's what happens when we get too happy. Right? Something bad happens. We can't find this manage button. We're with crap, man. I'm sorry, guys. Can't really read that well. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Just kidding. Okay, so we want to do run, and then do cert srv.msmc. It's gonna open up this page. You're gonna right here where it says certificate authority, you're gonna go to yours, drop down, and right here on certificate template, you're gonna right click and you're gonna press manage. That took 30 minutes. Just kidding. They're on on step 3. Click manage. Right click user template. Duplicate template. Okay. User template. Right click user. Duplicate template. Right click on user, duplicate template. What if, where are we gonna name it? That's what I want to know. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I don't know what to do. How do I do that? Under. You're in the right place. Here's what to do. Certificate template console. Right click the user template. Duplicate template. Like Windows open. Properties of new template. Duh. Right at the top under the general tab. Wow. It would be in the general tab. You'll see a box that says template display name. Oh my gosh. Oh, just copy this. We try. Paste. You can also adjust the template name below if you want mainly focus on the display name. Display name. It says I'm moving fast. Okay. Maybe I should tell it to give you better instructions so that way. Just kidding. I love you, ChatGPT. Under security tab, add your domain user group. It's pretty cool. So earlier, when I made my domain controller and I had to make the Active Directory, and before I used a certain code inside the command prompt to configure my users, I had to make a domain users account within that, so that way they would have access to my domain controller. So we're gonna add the domain user group. Add. Role and auto enroll. Oh, okay. Man, sometimes I blank out. I come back quick, right? Check names. Okay. That's okay right there. Apply. Okay. Back in the CA console. I'm guessing right here. Back in the CA console, right click certificate template. And then I hit new certificate template to issue. Select a new template. Wonder what that's for. Nothing changed. Please ask. Okay, so apparently when we add a new certificate template and we select the domain users one, it's allowing I guess a new template for the users to authorize a certificate or something like that. Configure auto enrollment via group policy. Group policy MC. Oh, so now we're gonna go to group policy. You already know what that means. Party. It's a party. In the group policy. It's the GP, baby. make a new group policy and link it to my original group. So we're gonna certificate. Enrollment. Sorry for the silence. I'm actually a little bit in awe of what this thing has me doing right now. Let's go to user configurations. Let's go to edit. Policies. Windows settings. Security settings. PK, public key settings, public key policies, auto enrollment settings. So yeah, so we're setting it up right now. So we had to go to the. So this is enabled, right? Double click and. The fuck? Oh. No. So yeah, so pretty much this is what we did here. We exit this out. After we linked the certificate auto enrollment to my domain, then my group policy, went to edit, went to policies, into window settings, security settings, public key, I think it's called public key policies, okay. And then we went down to public keys. For some reason, I couldn't find this. And this is what we needed to click. And I thought it'd be here, which is certificate service client auto enrollment. Right, so we clicked on that, we enabled it, checked renew expire certifications upon, just renewing the certificates if they expire, and updating the certificate templates if we were to make any changes, right? So that's really good. Anything auto configuring is very good. Okay, I think we're almost there. We are almost to the finish line. This lab has been a lot of fun, and just learning is just really cool. Right? Okay, so configure auto enrollment via group policy, open group policy management. Okay, so we did that. Now we're gonna test the enrollment. This is what it is, baby. All right, so log in as a normal user on a domain, join PC or server. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and close this. Now we have a client that we use for this purpose. So instead of closing my window, I'm gonna open another connection. It should be saved here. Server 4. It's not here. So we're just gonna go here. Control C. Go here. Control V. We're gonna connect. Okay, this is my user. Should be password found. Sir, you already know what time it is. Okay, so in order to test this, it's telling me to run. Okay, we're going to copy, paste. Check personal. I might be in the wrong one because that might have been just for the domain user. So let's try again under a different thing. Sometimes it's just not about giving up. If you don't find what you're looking for, it's there. You just can't give up. Here we go. And there we go. And there we go. You see it right here, baby. Made on 4/26/2006. And today's date is 4/26/2006. This user is certified with a certificate. And that's the video. And before I go, I just want to thank you if you watched the entirety of the video, and I would like for you to like and subscribe. Thank you.